thanks for coming on this episode of the Piece of Grease podcast. I'm Flannel Phillip, that is Sinclair behind the camera, and today we're sitting down with the Jeremy Weckman. And I'm excited, man. This is really cool to have you on.
Dude, it was a trip getting down here.
I know. That was an adventure in and of itself.
Yeah. The Squarebody made it. The old Duramax left me about 10 miles out of town, but you came to the rescue. So.
It's all right. Yeah.
Dude, thank you, by the way.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate that.
That's what buddies do for one another.
Man, I can honestly tell you I've never run out of fuel, but that had to be the only reason.
It's okay.
There was so much air in the fuel filter housing. So.
Yeah, you're like priming it and just
nothing there.
Getting air. So it's like that's
5 gallons got me here. I feel like a tool, but hey, here I am. So.
Man, I've run out of diesel twice in a loaded semi.
Oh,
and that's a really low feeling too. You're like,
you got 500 gallons. How do you run out of fuel? 500 gallons.
Exactly. Of all the things that shouldn't run out of fuel, yeah, I did it twice. Yeah. So you kind of slosh it and you just roll right up to the pump and then just go.
It's all good. As long as you make it, it's all
Glad
good.
You're here.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'm super excited to be here. We've talked about this for a while.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty awesome story just between how you and I met and how the whole group kind of met down in Langley last year. And
absolutely.
Yeah, that was so much fun. But.
We will jump into that for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to go down lots of different paths.
Yeah.
But normally we just start with who you are, where you're from, and then tell us a little bit about your build, and then we'll
go down the rabbit hole.
All that stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So have at it.
I'm Jeremy Weckman, originally from Minnesota. Grew up small town New Prague, not too terribly far from everybody, really.
Yeah.
Middle of Nowheresville. My background on how I got into cars, so we were farmers, and then in the 80s my dad had to go off the farm to get a job because farming tanked. And he was always into cars. He was kind of a gearhead himself, so he got a job at a small repair shop, which happened to be a half a block from where I went to kindergarten. And then my mom was working also at the time, so when I got out of school at kindergarten, the owner of the repair shop would walk half a block and meet me at the crosswalk, and I would walk over the street from the school, and then I would go and sit at my dad's, or the shop where my dad worked, until my mom would come and pick me up. And then basically, as they say, the rest is history. Like I was in anything that purred, just if it had combustion in it, man, I was all about it. So
Cool.
Yeah, lots of years of tinkering, and went to 2 different tech schools to be a regular mechanic, and then I went to Wyotech to learn how to restore cars.
Right on. So you knew at an early age that that's what you wanted to do as a career is
100%. I didn't, I always tell, like my kids now and stuff too, or anybody that's going through schooling, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't take a single SAT, AC, whatever those tests were. I knew I didn't have to. I was going to tech school. They didn't care about any of that stuff. So when I was a freshman in high school, I knew exactly where I was going to go to school and what I was going to school for.
Cool.
So, I went to Dakota County Tech, got my just general automotive degree, I guess you could call it. Worked at Jeff Belzer's for a stint in a car dealership, found out I wasn't a dealership guy. Got a job working for a used car salesman, which ended up being the epitome of a used car salesman, so the situation wasn't the greatest. My wife and I were getting married. She said, "You always liked old stuff. We should go back to school." So we picked up and moved out to Laramie, Wyoming. I went to Wyotech there.
Yeah.
Okay. And just really focused. Well, at that time I did paint and body, or their collision refinishing program. And then I took street rod, which was like an introduction to metal shaping, advanced welding techniques and stuff like that. And I just fell in love with metal.
Awesome.
So went through that and got a job right out of school at it's called Classic Auto Storage, which was in Minneapolis, still is. But they stored 420, 440 classic cars a year. That was their main business, but they had 2,500 square feet in the back where the owner, Rich, would build street rods. So I worked for him on and off for 10 years, building traditional street rods, some rat rods. We did everything from the late tees, so stuff from like 1920. It's 1919 and 1920.
Wow.
And then up into the late 20s, into the 30s, 40s, 50s, dabbled in the 60s, and then obviously the muscle car scene. So.
Wow. And kind of period correct style builds from most of that stuff? Or was
Yeah,
it
never
modernizing?
never got carried away really with anything. We did build some pretty cool, I mean, rat rods, you call them. Back, when I got into it, they weren't really rat rods. That scene hadn't really come about yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we built some pretty wild stuff, and then some very traditional street rods as well.
Cool.
Which is kind of really where my heart lands, is traditional street rods.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then from there, the story goes, I had a brother-in-law that was into production. I don't know if you guys know, so I've been on TV the past 7 years. Mm-hmm. The way that I got into that whole thing is brother-in-law was in production. I worked at this awesome place downtown. The company I worked for put out the kind of a thing on TV that was the next big wrench. They were looking for builders. Mm-hmm. So I had my brother-in-law help me put together this actually really flashy video at the time, which would have been in, I gotta predate everything. Mm-hmm. Man, it would have been somewhere around 2010-ish. And I sent it in to the company. Okay. And didn't hear anything from the company for 7 years. So in 2017, they reached out.
And was this your brother-in-law's idea? Like, hey, you need to do this.
Yeah, he's like, you need to do it. And I'm not a social media guy, never really was, never had any ambitions to do television.
Sure.
But put it out there. They kept it for 7 years, contacted me. We were getting ready to have my youngest, my daughter. We were actually 2 days away from going in the hospital. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fake, so I didn't answer an email, didn't answer phone calls. We were so busy getting ready to go to the hospital, and lo and behold, it was real, and a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails and a lot of video chats and stuff. And they flew up here to the cities to see me. I flew down to Tennessee, and they put me in front of the camera, and they offered me a job within like 15 minutes. So it was weird. It was just, super crazy.
So you knew that if you did accept that offer, that you would have to move the family.
Yeah, and got 3 kids. We had a hobby farm at the time. I had my own business at the time. Yeah. But they offered me a good position. It was the TV side of things was very appealing. Mm-hmm. I had no idea what I was doing, but they offered me a position to come down. So
that's cool.
I talked about it with my wife. We actually discussed it very heavily because it was 886 miles that we were going to move. So we decided, it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So fast forward 7 years later, did the TV thing that long, and then my son was going to go into high school. He was a freshman this past year. Okay. So we knew now was the time to come home. My in-laws retired, my parents retired. So it's time to come back home. I've always wanted to be a business owner. So came back home, and now I'm running my own shop again. So.
Wow. So kind of full circle.
It's full circle, yeah.
You took a 7-year detour.
Right, yeah.
Down to Tennessee, and now you're back.
And now we're back, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Wow. And Tennessee ties in with what you drove in this morning. So let's jump into this.
Ask any car guy, what's something that you'd like to change in your build? And I guarantee he'll say something about the electrical wiring. Because just like going shoe shopping with your girl, it can feel overwhelming and hopeless. But great news, the Piece and Grease podcast is sponsored by WireCare. They've got all the connectors and terminal ends, sleeving, heat shrink, zip ties, and all the tools to make your project's electrical wiring something to be proud of and show off at the next cruise night, because it's done safe and organized and done right. We're excited to be working with WireCare at the Piece and Grease HQ, so go check out their products and tools at wirecare.com.
Guys, just wanted to remind you to head on over to pieceandgreasecollective.com. Check out our merch over there. We got exclusive designs by Sinclair. You can check some of these things out. So cool. And if you head over to Patreon, you can join Patreon for free for $5 a month, or if you join the $20 a month, you're going to get a t-shirt every single month. So go check that out.
thing.
Right.
Because,
So
the elephant in the room.
Right. Yeah. The big white elephant in the back.
Yeah. Tell us about the truck, man.
So technically, it's my wife's 76. Well, as we found out, the fenders say Silverado, but the dash says Sierra, and the steering wheel says GMC.
So what does it identify?
So it's something. We'll just say 76 GM something or other.
Got it. Yeah. Squarebody.
Squarebody. Yeah. K10 short bed. LS swapped. It's got a little snotty cam in it. Bought the truck. Didn't plan on it. That's kind of a funny story in and amongst itself. So being from the South, a lot of clean vehicles everywhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just couldn't keep my hands off of anything. So if something popped up, A, that was cheap, and B, that I just wanted, I'd just go buy it. You know?
Totally. Yeah.
I think at one point I had probably 15 cars laying around, or trucks, I should say. I got really big into the truck scene.
Totally.
So, went to go look at the truck. Drove in, saw it, wasn't anything like it was listed to be, you know.
Okay.
So I...
It's on Marketplace?
It's a Marketplace thing, right?
Okay,
You know?
yeah. Yep.
My boss, or my old boss that I built street rods with, always had a saying. He goes, rust-free car. And then the day he would show up and find the rust, he'd be like, God, it's funny how rust can, show up overnight. So kind of the same deal here, show up and see the truck. And actually... didn't even offer the guy money. I told him, it's not really what I want to deal with. Looking for something for my wife. Too much work. I'm not even going to offer you something. I don't want to insult you. And started walking away, and the guy was like, really? You're not even going to, give me a price? And I told him no. And we just, we chatted a little bit, kind of went back and forth, and finally I threw a number out there, and he countered, and I stuck to my original number. I think we went back and forth like 4 times, and I just stuck at it. So I picked up the truck for $4,000, got it out of Dixon, Tennessee. Originally it came out of Alabama.
Okay.
Truck needed floors, cab corners, cab supports, inner and outer rockers, like the basics of really what any square body needs,
need that.
Yeah.
And you knew how to do that kind of work yourself, so it didn't really scare you
I
off
just
too
knew it was
bad.
time. Even the parts are so cheap. The stampings for all those the repop parts they fit decent. It's just the sheer time involved in cutting everything out. Am I a perfectionist? No, but I want to do the best job I can. So I want it to look good. So you got fit and finish work. And
I understand.
Yeah, so tore the whole front clip off the truck, pulled out a really old tired 6-liter that was in there, leaked every fluid possible. Truck was a manual. Now it's got a 700 R4 in it and a built 5.3.
Cool.
So I pulled the front clip off to make it easier to pull the engine and for me to work around doing all the body work. So for a couple months, the truck sat in the shop with just a cab. No doors, no front clip, and the bed wasn't even on it. So, did all the body work, blended in all the paint, so you really can't tell, even though it's more patinaed out. But I've got kids, and it's going to get beat up, and it sits outside, and it gets rained on, and this year it got snowed on. So what's the difference,
Cool.
So,
I love that you didn't pretty it up too much. Like you kept it a truck, and you kept the look that it has.
Yeah. I
That's
built
awesome.
it for my wife. She likes the big stuff. She likes stuff tall. I like stuff on the ground. But I showed her a picture the day that I bought it. Actually, within an hour of me buying it, I sent her the picture. I can't even remember where they were, but they weren't around. And she's like, "Yep, I like it. I want it." I said, "I already bought it. So this is yours now. So I'm going to build it."
Right on.
So
That's cool.
She brings the kids to school in it. We bop around in it. We're new to Minnesota again, so we haven't had too much time to enjoy it this summer. But we'll put some miles on it, beat around in it, and just have some fun with it. So
very cool. Yeah. What do you have for your fuel management and
so again 5.3 that came out of a Tahoe. A ton of miles on it, so I just ran through it, put a cam in it. Right now, fuel management is Phytex, very old Phytex system that actually was managing the 6-liter that was originally in the truck when I got it.
Sure.
So I just left that all alone. Best part about the Phytech or any aftermarket EFI is, you know, when I did my cam swap and looked at my cam specs and stuff like that, tuners like this, you can just go in and pick, you know, between stage 1 and 3 of cam, and it'll give you a base map or a base tune really to start it up. And it worked flawlessly. You know, I got everything done, hit the key, let the fuel system prime, hit the key one more time, and it fired.
Cool.
And then from there, it was just a little bit of tuning in the controller or the handheld, and
Yeah.
and it runs.
Yep.
So.
It learns a little bit as you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And because it's a 700 R4 transmission, you don't have to have a standalone
Right. No transmission
controller
controls.
for the, yeah.
No.
Yep.
So
Nice.
said I don't
Simple.
I don't have the lockup hooked up, but
Sure.
It doesn't need it.
Nah.
It's got.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what gearing's in it, but it's got 35s. Like it'll do 70.
Cool.
So do I need lockup? Maybe. Am I concerned about it? Absolutely not.
Right on.
So yeah, it's a fun little bop around toy. One of many.
Sure.
I've got. I brought 9 vehicles up from Tennessee.
That was the right thing to do.
Right. Yeah. No. And the hardest thing is when we were leaving, I'm like, well, I'm going to bring a bunch of these really clean trucks up here, and then I'll just sell them as I need to if I need some funds.
There you go.
Now it is the hardest thing to get rid of them because I'm like, I'm not going to replace them up here.
Right? Yeah.
So
Man.
I'm still sitting on, I think, 9, maybe 8. I don't know, but
Well, hey.
too many.
That brings me to one of the questions I should ask you is about your cylinder index. Like the total number of cylinders that you own. They don't all have to be running, but just cylinders.
Pure cylinders.
Yeah, cylinders that you own. Like cars, trucks, snowmobiles, four-wheelers,
Oh my
anything.
gosh.
It can be on engine stands even.
All
Like,
right,
they don't have to
so-
be running.
In my shop currently, I have 2 big blocks. I have a small block and an LS. So that's 4 times 8 right there.
Okay.
Then on my way down here, I was actually counting on how many project vehicles I have sitting around, and I do have 9. That includes 1 daily driver car that's a V6, but everything else is V8.
Okay.
So you could do 8 times another 8,
Okay.
and then the V6, and then if you go beyond that, we've got, well, technically 3 4-wheelers now. We have 3 dirt bikes. We have 2 jet skis. We got a couple lawnmowers if you
Yeah,
want to go down
lawnmowers,
that, right?
weed whackers, they all
so
count. Yeah.
I got to be well over 100 at this point.
Man, that is
Dude,
impressive.
No, it's an addiction. Oh my gosh.
And I tell guys, bonus points if there are any 2 cycles in there.
Yeah.
And bonus points if the number is higher than your age. And I think you
Oh, yeah.
exceeded that
It's
almost
way over
twice.
my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So-
I've got 2 CR80. That's a 2-stroke, and we have a jet ski that is a 2-stroke as well. So
Well done.
and that's a triple. So I got so 4 cylinders technically
Yeah.
that are 2-stroke. So
Dang.
Yeah.
Impressive.
right, yeah.
Very cool.
My wife digs it though. She's
See, you have a cool wife.
she's never said no. It's always just like, hey, honey, I'm gonna go look at this truck. Okay. And then really, that's the extent of it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got horsepower, and she rides horses, so she has horses, and we have horsepower. Or I
okay.
have horsepower, so we
Yeah.
complement each other. Gives me a reason to have a tow rig, so we
Yeah.
can tow the horses around the big trailer, and fun stuff like that. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Love that. Can you talk a little bit about some of the other projects that you have going right now? They could be
Sure.
either your personal projects
Yeah.
or like customer builds that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
things like
So personally, I'm going to tell you a little bit about one of my builds. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag because it's kind of left field for what I've ever done. But
10-4.
I bought a '77 Nova. It's 2-door, so not a very sought after car.
Okay.
Only bought it because marketplace description said that it came up here from Texas, and this was maybe a month and a half ago. So I went and looked at the car, and I'm like, yeah, this is a clean Texas car. And it's in Minnesota. I have to buy it. I can't let somebody else have this car. So I brought that into my shop, and it is sitting in my last bay, and I work on it in the evenings. and I've got a pretty crazy idea for it. So
Cool.
It's going to be awesome because I get to really try different techniques on what I want to do for metal work. So it's not going to be like this. I don't know if you know what a wasteland car is. So like it'd almost be like a rat rod, but not. But that's not the style I'm going for. It's still going to be very classic styling, but kind of a spin on all of it. So,
wow.
But they don't make any parts for it. So I'm doing a lot of research to try to figure out what suspension I can basically graft underneath this car to make it do some specific things. So
Wow.
yeah,
It'll interesting.
Yeah. So
that was a great tease.
Right. Sorry,
I want to see it.
I don't want to let everybody know what's happening. Stay tuned.
See.
So we got
TV guys. You got it all figured out. You know how to hook them. Yeah, man. That's great.
So that's in my shop. I'm actually working on one of my in-laws' jet skis that got blown off of a lift this past summer. So I've been doing fiberglass work, which I highly recommend. Don't ever do fiberglass work.
Yeah. That's its own beast.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And then customer-wise in the shop, I've got a 58 Apache in there that very, very weird scenario. Guy had somebody else do a bunch of metal work to it, and they had to replace the driver's side lower hinge pocket. And when they went to cut the lower hinge pocket out, the A-pillar cab actually sank like 3/8 to 1/2 an inch. They never noticed it, and they welded the whole thing up.
Oh.
Truck goes through paint. Customer tries to hang the door on this truck. Door doesn't fit.
It won't shut.
So he calls me, and he just sent me a couple pictures, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to screw up your paint, but I can fix it. I didn't know at the time what was wrong. So I got that truck in.
Getting out the tape measure and start. Okay.
I got the truck in and started measuring. Well, I hung the door and tried to close it, and it just wouldn't shut. So, after a lot of looking and trying to figure out what's going on, ended up that I found that the whole A-pillar area on that side had sank. So cut everything out, jacked it all back up where it needed to be, welded it all back in. Second funny story on that truck, again, front fenders all in paint. Wants me to hang the front clip too. Repop fenders could not get to fit. He ended up bringing me original fenders, took a bunch of measurements off of repop versus original. The repop fenders are 1/2 an inch longer than the original fenders.
Oh man.
So in order for me to put the repop fenders on the truck, it kicked the core support forward at a slight angle. And then I went to go put the hood hinges on, and they would bolt onto the cowling, but not the inner fender. And then I went to go set the hood on, and there's like a 1/2 inch gap in the back of the hood. So
Man.
farted around with that, put all the stock sheet metal back on, it all fits. But the truck is in paint, and now not. Like, it's half of the stuff is not in paint anymore. So that's in the shop. I've got a 63. I think in 63 would have been considered an F100.
Okay.
Or would they have been a 150 by then? I don't think so.
I think it was a 100.
I think it would have been a 100. 63 F100 coming in that we're going to do Crown Vic swap front and rear and do some metal work on that as well. Get the chassis squared away, and then they're going to take care of paint and body. And then I got a guy bringing me a cab and chassis of a C10. Basically the same story as the 58 Apache. So when we started the metal work, they got either a little scared or a little hesitant to finish the metal work, so I'll finish all the metal work.
Got it. So you're doing body work in your shop, but you're also doing chassis work and engines.
Yeah,
and
so
a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. My real ambition is metal work. Like I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I like fixing rust. Maybe that's just in my blood from being, raised in Minnesota. But
Midwest kid stuff.
Yeah. So I'm a big metal guy, trying to, fit, finish, put the right, panels in, and make them look as good as possible. And then that's really my driving force to make this Nova something, so I can kind of, maybe showcase what I can do. So
yeah,
we'll see how that all works out.
Don't look too close at my truck, man. There's not a gap on that thing that's straight.
We've talked about this, man. Drive your vehicles. People, drive your vehicles, man. Show cars are awesome, don't get me wrong. Like, I like show cars and stuff, but, you know, if you're going to sink any amount of money into an old car, please go have some fun with it.
Yeah, amen.
And go out there and do donuts and roast your tires off and rev your engine and make the little kids on the side of the street go crazy, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what
it's all about.
Literally, that's what this whole industry is all about. Man.
Yeah.
Making those little kids giggle. Making the little kid inside of you giggle too, right?
Yeah. Cars don't belong under storage.
In a garage.
In a garage.
I mean, if they got to sit there when it's raining, that's fine. Right. That's the extent.
Right.
Go beat on. The Minnesota season is so short anyways.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy it.
See, I respect going to a show and seeing bug guts and rock chips on something. To me, it's like, that's a badge of honor.
I didn't even wash this. I can't even tell you last time I washed the truck. And then as I loaded it up this morning, I did trailer it down here, you know that. But
it's all right.
As I loaded it up this morning, I'm like, can they like take pictures of this thing? I should probably make it look decent. And I'm like, no, I don't have time. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
We're taking off, so.
Good.
Yeah.
Very cool. I wanted to ask you about the exhaust on this truck because it just sounds really good. I mean, you said it's a fairly mild cam.
Yeah, fairly mild cam. Amazon headers.
Okay.
So they're mid-length. They're not. No, wait, are they full length? I don't know. I've built too many things. I think maybe they are full length.
Okay.
That go into 3-inch into a twin set of Flowmasters. And then, believe it or not, out of the back of the Flowmasters, I think it's like 2.5 out the back. But that part of the exhaust was done, and I wasn't going to redo it because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So, that's all that's underneath there. But the cam's got some good chops, so it really does make it sound healthy. Well, and it's a healthy motor, so.
Well, for sure. Yeah. Did you bump up the compression when you rebuilt this
Absolutely
LS?
not.
Nothing? Okay.
Nope. Threw cam in it, oil pump, timing set, lifters, push rods, updated trunnions in the rocker arms, gasket set. That's basically it.
Beautiful.
Fire in the hole, baby. And just,
Love it.
Yeah, no.
Just run it.
And again, it's an LS. They're so basic. I can go to any parts store and buy anything I need. The hottest day in Tennessee, the truck will run at 195 degrees, maybe 200. And that's where LSs love to live. They live right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it running hot, It's just put some fuel in it, hammer on the gas, have some fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, enjoy it.
So how much can you talk about TV life? Like,
Ask me anything, brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing, we got nothing to hide, It's
Cool. Like, it sounds like when you were working for the boss that had the storage, and you were building hot rods, like period correct kind of stuff from the 1919s all the way up to the 50s and 60s. That sounds like a dream job already.
Yeah.
But then you made this sizzle reel or like this
basically sizzle reel,
and you sent it out and thought nothing of it after that, like, oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get the call,
Yep.
like, okay, like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and your wife says, let's go for it, sweetheart. Let's
Pack
move to
up.
Tennessee. So start there. Like, what's that world like? Because that's a walled garden for a lot of us.
Oh, yeah.
Normal dudes that don't know anything about like.
Yeah.
What's the TV world like? Because.
Like, I don't want to make it sound like it's not awesome. Don't get me wrong. But it's a job. Like, we were there 5 days a week. We worked 9-hour days. We had schedules. We had cars to buy. You had to plan every show. So like, we didn't have. You would think it would be big and glamorous, and you had all the support in the world to pull everything off. Absolutely nothing like that.
Okay.
There were 4 people that put the show together. It was me, my co-host Jimmy, my producer, and my videographer. That's basically it. Wow. We would come up with projects. We would lay the shows out. We would come up with the show count. We would come up with the payoff. You'd have to come up with the parts list. You'd have to come up with client involvement. You'd have to come up with shoot dates. Like, it was a full-time job to do all of it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's awesome. Just awesome to be down there. Once in a lifetime opportunity to do it.
Cool.
Really.
But it's not like sitting in the green room and waiting for your call. Like,
nobody
okay,
calls you
like-
back, man. We had basically like this. We had an area where we sat, brainstormed. We had our computers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right behind us was the studio, which was a shop.
Cool.
They call them studios. It was a full-blown shop. We had all the tooling we needed, access to parts, access to equipment, access to materials.
That's awesome.
And then they gave us a lot of freedom. Like, the projects we came up with were brainstormed and, like, you know, brainchilds, or however you say it,
Yeah.
of what we wanted to do. Stuff that was relevant, or maybe even stuff that was kind of off the wall. And, you know, it was a lot of fun. And the building had the four shows in it. So Carcass, which I hosted. It had Detroit Muscle, Truck Tech / Music City Trucks, and then Engine Power. So four working shops / studios in one whole area.
Wow.
And there was 8 of us hosts, and we all got along famously. The biggest thing I would say is when I got hired on, I thought I was going to be expected to know absolutely everything there was to know about every platform so we could work on everything. Not the case.
Okay.
Awesome support system. All the guys, all of the hosts that were there, like, we would bounce ideas off of each other. If we had a question, we'd go ask. If we needed help, we'd go ask. If we couldn't do something but somebody else could do it, we would have them do it. You know, it's like,
Sure. Okay.
there was no like little green goblins that came in at the end of the night to help work on vehicles.
Okay.
The 8 hosts, we all did every ounce of the work on the projects in there.
Wow. That's impressive.
So we truly did get to build all of those builds, I guess, projects. So
That's cool.
Lot
Did
of
you have
fun.
a favorite build?
yeah, the Road Course Camaro, hands down.
Right on.
That car was something that we had kind of talked about, kind of pitched it to the higher ups, got accepted into our build list, and then from there it completely snowballed. So it was a 72 Camaro that was supposed to be a road course car. By the time it was done, we had almost, like, I don't know if I should say a number, but so much money into that car, it was ungodly.
Sure.
But that was a car where I learned so much. Like, we set the engine back 12 inches. We redid the entire front subframe. I did all the sheet metal inside. We cut off the quarters. We cut off, or we didn't even, well, we used some of the front fenders, but we cut so much of that car apart. Then we learned how to do foam molding. Then we did fiberglass bucks. Then we did carbon fiber. Then we were self-taught at the time. Like, we were teaching ourselves as we went along, teaching everybody on camera, or, you know, the audience as well.
So you're learning in real time
Right,
in front of a
100%.
camera audience that's watching you learn.
There's a little bit of wiggle room in there. Maybe we were learning a little bit ahead of time on small
Okay.
pieces to make sure it was going to pan out, and then we went for it. But
Sure.
yeah,
But yeah, practice, go. And
yeah,
then-
that
yeah.
car was.
Okay.
That car has been the only car that's ever scared me to drive. 720 wheel horsepower, small block based LS motor, so a Motown LS. So it had a small block bottom end, LS induction from there up.
Oh, interesting.
And I think it was a mid-valley 4-speed out of like a NASCAR or a Cup car. I think it had 6-inch clutch, maybe 7-inch clutch, triple disc, I'm pretty sure in that, 9-inch in the rear,
And
slicks all the way around.
was it designed road course? You said.
Yeah.
So high RPMs.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
meant to spin fast.
I think
huh?
we pulled 720 at 8,500. Either $8,000 or 8,500, somewhere around that range.
A push rod small block.
Yeah.
Man, that is singing.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it loved it. It loved every minute of it. Yeah, that car on a track in the middle of Nowheresville, Tennessee, down the front or back, middle stretch, I should say. Jimmy got it to about, and that stretch, I don't even know, was a quarter mile maybe, if that. I think he hit about 126 or 128 miles an hour. I did 114, and that was it. I was so scared. Actually, then I came in, blew the corner, and they had such a big run off solely for that area. Blew the corner, and then I'm freaking out, like forgetting to push the clutch in, trying to be like, don't die.
Yeah.
And got it all back. Car stayed running, got right back on the track, and hammered it down again. But car was insane, absolutely insane. But yeah, probably my favorite build.
Man.
I'd have to say so. And it just turned out. Got to go to SEMA twice. That car got to go to SEMA twice. So
awesome.
we did something crazy. The first year at SEMA, we brought an unfinished car there. No front clip. We had the engine sitting in place. Cage work was done. Some of the metal work was done. And the rear quarters were in carbon. And people lost their mind. They thought it was just unbelievable. And then the second year, the car was done. But had a lot of fun with it. So took a year and 3 months to build that one. Longest build that we ever did there. So most actually, as I talked to pretty much everybody, we think that was the most expensive car built in that building. So just with the price tag involved by the end of it. So
and I'm sure sponsorship is involved there. As well, but that doesn't pay for everything. You still have all these hours.
When we would tally up a total on that one, we also rolled in if you had to bring it to a shop and you were charged a labor rate.
There you go.
Put a true value on this car.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
pretty awesome. I can't speak highly enough about my co-host Jimmy. Dude is the smartest guy out there I've ever met, and he had awesome ideas, and so he's the math guy. He could sit down and tell you if it's going to work based on math. I'm the opposite end of that. I am the let's just see if it's going to work.
Yeah.
We complemented each other great.
That's cool. Yeah.
We became really good friends. We get along famously. Still talk once a week, I bet. Good kid. I call him a kid. He's not that much younger than me, but I mean, I'm older now, so I can call everybody a kid.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, the TV thing was pretty amazing.
And when it came to an end, was it a good stop, or do you wish it would have kept going? What are your feelings on that?
I don't know if I want to answer that question.
Okay,
no.
that's all right. We can. Yeah.
Yes, we had planned it out. We originally were going to stay for 4 years. COVID happened. And we figured it was a good thing to stick around. Just let's not disrupt any more of our world than we have to. We had 3 kids at the time, and so I was going back in to re-up my contract, and they were nice enough to give me a 3-year contract instead of 2-year contract, which put it to the year my son would be going into high school.
Got it.
And we thought that is the perfect time to make the move, so he doesn't have to be disrupted through his schooling.
Yeah.
Because the poor kid, we drug him around all over the U.S. So he went to some different schools, and we wanted him to really just be able to settle in. So why not come home?
Yeah.
But to leave, it was very everybody in my company knew it was 3-year run is what I had left. So when it got down to about the last year, we talked again, but this is the last year. And then as that year went on, it was just, it was very easy, very, very simple transition. Now, looking back at it, am I happy that I did it? Yes, obviously, I'm home and with my family.
That's admirable.
Was life a little easier when I was there? Yeah, definitely easier when I was down there. But
sure.
No, I mean...
Well, and you're thinking of someone other than just yourself.
Yeah.
You're not just out there chasing what you love.
Yeah.
You're thinking of your family.
Man,
that's huge.
I've drugged my wife and my kids. Well, I should say I've drugged my wife all over the United States, chasing my car dreams. Went to Wyoming, came back to Minnesota. I had a chance to go out and work for Chip Foose. So I went out to California for a year. got a job working for a company called Camberg Engineering that builds Baja trucks. So I got into the Baja realm for a year.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, moved back to Minnesota, got this job opportunity to go down to Tennessee. Like, I've drug my poor wife all over the U.S. chasing I don't even know if you want to my dreams, because I've never really dreamt of doing it. It was just chasing my career, I guess.
Yeah, cool things keep happening to you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, we should do this. And
like, I'm sitting here. This is pretty cool, right?
Well, right. I'm glad you're having fun with this. It's so fun to have like these stories. Like, this is really what we're here to do, is tell stories like this. And it's cool.
Yeah,
like,
our story, how we met's pretty awesome too, right?
Yeah. You can jump into it, because I don't need to tell the story.
Okay.
But yeah.
So towards the end of my career, I get this random phone call from Chris Walker and Robin, and they had asked, like kind of really quietly asked if I would be interested in being a judge for last year's Rat Stock.
Yeah.
And I was like, absolutely, 1,000%. That's kind of that, rat rods and traditional street rods aren't that far apart from really what they are.
It's a blurry line.
There's a very blurry line there. So that's that is where my heart lands. I did it when I was younger, in my younger career. So that's truly where my heart lies. But so they asked me to do that, and I travel up to Langley, Illinois, and we got to meet you, So, that's pretty awesome. And then come to find out, now we're like 30, 40 miles apart from each other, maybe.
Neighbors?
Yeah. I mean, out here in the country, that's like a stone throw. So.
Right? Yeah. It's fun. I had done a build with my son, and this is the first time we had ever done anything like that, he and I. And we're like, well, we kept hearing about this rat stock thing, and we're like, we could probably put something together. And so we trailered it down there, but we had to go on the cruise, and we broke down on the cruise. We ran out of diesel. That's what happened to our project. So
if you didn't, it would have been way too simple, and it wouldn't have any stories.
Right.
So
So
no, I remember. I remember being down there, and you saying you're from Minnesota, and then where you guys were from. I'm like, I grew up like 30 miles, 40 miles north of you.
Right there.
That's crazy to meet.
Yeah.
Two worlds apart, and we meet
there
in Langley, Illinois, where neither of us are from. And then come to find out that we live so close to each other. So
the car culture is cool like that.
People say that. So like the car culture is big, but it's not that big. Like it is a tight knit group of people, and it's awesome. You really can meet some really cool people, some extremely talented people. And man, there's really nothing better than walking around somebody else's project and getting all the ideas for your own, and then trying to go and just pull it off. There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong build. It's however you envision it, man. Build it that way. That's your car. You don't have to impress anybody.
Yeah.
If it's built how you want it when it's done, man, awesome, good job. 10 points to you. Go drive that thing. Show it off.
Yeah.
So.
Well said.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of, big fan of getting kids into it too.
There you go.
We really do have to keep these kids interested in this stuff. Ironically, I have a Model T in my shop as well. My son asked me what year it was, and I'm pretty sure it's a 1919. He's like, Dad, that car's over 100 years old. And I'm like, and it's still around. Yeah. Like, come on, man, this is awesome. My son's interested in it. He's involved with it now. It's like, okay, let's just keep these kids really into this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them start building too. We're going to become old farts at some point. Right? So somebody's got to carry this on.
We're both turning gray. So
right? Turning gray. I think it's the lighting in here. There's something going on up there. It's obviously not shining on your hair. So it's got to be focused on my side too much.
I made Sinclair happy today. I didn't wear a hat. Normally my eyes are covered.
Super low.
So it's like, thank you for not wearing a hat.
By the way, that tea you have in, I think is nobody's. It's
Oh.
Jeremy's.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yeah, that's Jeremy's car.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
he was having some starting issues, which I managed to figure out. So
Nice.
yeah, it was pretty simple. Just my extensive background and a lot of people I know, because I made like 4 phone calls before that car even showed up. And I'm like, this is what it's doing. What do you think? Everybody kind of landed on the same thing. So when I got it and I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. So it turned out to be, which I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with repop, or not aftermarket, but like reproduction stuff. So it's a starter, right?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy about a starter. Sure. But the starter bolts he had were engaging into the starter housing. Starter bolts have a knurl right below the threads, right? Well, that knurl needs to engage into the block. The block is bossed for those knurls to fall in to help center your starter. Well, his starter, I honestly think the cheap starters that you can buy now, because nothing's made well anymore, the casing, or I guess the area where the bolts go through, it's too long. Like, you can't engage the bolt far enough in to get the knurl to stick out. And I had 4 or 5 different sets of starter bolts laying around, because I'm like, oh, it must be a bolt issue. They all fit exactly the same.
Interesting.
So speaking of cylinder count, I have a couple of big blocks laying around. Did some research. Okay. He's got a 400 in his car, 400 small block. Did some research. Guys are saying put a mid 90s big block starter will fit on a 400.
Really?
Same bolt. The bolts are offset slightly.
Yeah.
They bolt up the same. The snout's the same. Tooth engagement's all the same. And it's a factory gear reduction starter. So I had one of those laying around, slid the bolts through. The knurl stuck out probably 1/4 inch. Bolted it up, added a brace off of the back, or modified a brace to kind of help the support on the very back of the starter, and hit the key 30 different times, and it cranked every time, engaged nicely into the flywheel, and started up. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well done.
right. But again, I made like 4 or 5 phone calls on that one, so I did it
Still.
with help. I don't know everything. But.
A lesser man would have just been like,
Yeah.
China starter, you gotta put American starter on.
Yeah.
Like the,
Yeah, no, I get that. Parts these days, man, I tell you. That's the challenge, too. But
Yeah.
we don't have to get into that stuff.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, all in all, it's been one hell of a ride.
Yeah. Wow.
I got to drag my family all over the U.S. and land back here. I've got my own shop up in Cruising now. It's new, like 6 months into it, but awesome. I've got workflow coming in. I'm slowly grafting towards getting to do solely metalwork, which is the long-term goal. Yeah, I mean, man, I can't complain. I wake up every morning, the sun is shining. I get 6 feet above ground instead of below. So, so life's good, man. What do you got to complain about?
That's right. Man, if you could go back in time and talk to yourself in junior high, high school, like knowing now, would you give yourself some advice, or what would you say?
To be honest with you, I've actually thought about this. I would go back and tell myself, don't change a thing. Man, my stories, how lucky and blessed I've been with everything. My path, my journey, up until the day that we are sitting here right now. Me running out of diesel 10 miles out of town, I mean, that's car life, man. It's just crazy to think that this is my world, I have been so lucky, so blessed to be able to do what I've done, and had the support system that I've had. Get this amazing opportunity to go be on television, which I never planned on doing. I don't think I would tell myself to do anything different.
Cool.
Just like go, just, yeah, you know what? I'd tell myself, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I literally would tell myself, don't worry about it.
All right.
Man, there was, the beginning years when my wife and I were married, and I was self-employed and money was tight, and then we'd planned our family, so we got pregnant, and then money was really tight, and it was like, worrying gets you absolutely nowhere. So just don't worry about it. Just, man, do it. Have fun. You can't do anything wrong. Just go out there and try it.
Nice.
Put yourself out there. You know, try
Yeah.
podcasts, do YouTube, do social media. Just, you know,
Try stuff.
try stuff. You know,
Yeah.
get out there. And if it's on that side of the world, or if it's got nothing to do with cars, just,
Yeah.
man, life's short.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
Yeah.
I've learned that over the past 5 years. So
Yeah.
life can be really short. So
Yeah. And can change really, really quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
so have some fun, man.
Right.
Build some cars. Build some trucks.
Well
Go
said.
do burnouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff I can tell you're teaching your kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like if they're already getting into cars and,
Yeah.
and following what dad's doing and they're out there helping you,
Yeah.
then
It's a kind of
Dude.
funny story on that side of things. My son's wanted to be a pilot. We've had him in pilot or flight training for 5 years now, I think, and he's
cool.
15. And this year, in high school, freshman year, he got to take small gas engines, and his world flipped upside down because he actually has a knack for it. Like, tell me that's not like in your genes or something. Like my dad was into old stuff, and then it's in mine, and now my son's digging on combustion, and
see. Yeah.
so like he really got into it, and has really, really gotten into it to the point where he's like, Dad, I don't think I'm going to be a pilot anymore. I think I'm going to be a mechanic, and maybe I'm going to be a diesel mechanic. And I don't tell my kids no, but I tell them, I said, no way, kiddo. I'm like, you may think it's really cool what Dad does. Go be a pilot, make that money, and then buy stuff.
There you go.
Man, don't struggle like we all struggle with our cars. You know, that saying is like, I wish I would have gotten into drugs. It would have been cheaper at this point. So, yeah, go make some money and buy some cars, buy some trucks or whatever you want.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
No,
Aviation is cool. I mean, aviation needs not just pilots, but they need mechanics. They need like
yeah,
electricians, they need
I've been
all
blessed
that
enough that my in-laws, when my son started showing interest in flight, my mother-in-law booked him 1 week-long class up in the cities where they literally threw him in the cockpit with 2 other kids and took him up in the air and let him fly.
Whoa.
And he did it for 4 or 5 years in a row. So he's got like 100 and 120 hours of flight time.
Wow. That's
And just digs it. Like we get, you know, pictures and stuff from the instructor, and you see your 12-year-old at the time, and 10 or 12-year-old at the time, sitting behind the flight controls flying a little airplane, and you're going, dang! Like I thought what I did was cool. Like, brother, you're flying an airplane.
wow.
So,
Man alive.
yeah, it's
Awesome
pretty
opportunity.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
Do you guys have things like father-son projects or anything like that that you're going
Jet
to tackle?
skis.
Jet skis? Okay.
Too many? Oh, man. How much time do you got? This may take a while.
Oh, no, hey. Like, we're not on a time schedule at all.
No, we've got, he and I have bad habits of buying projects.
Okay.
Now it's the small gas engine side of projects. So
Sure, sure.
I think we've gone through 5 lawnmowers. He's managed to fix all of them, sell those.
Wow.
We've now bought 2 jet skis, had one done, put it on the water, and within a couple minutes, so we bought it not running, figured out, got it running. The crappy part about watercraft is you have to test them on the lake. Like there's really no other way to test them out. So
Do you have property on a lake? Like, are you right there?
no,
You can
but
do
we
that?
live super close to one. So
Okay.
it's like in and out of the landing 35 times. You know, is it really fixed?
Okay.
Now we had one jet ski that, long story short, the main issue with it is that the previous owner let it sit on the beach, and from it sitting, you know, waves hitting it going up and down, it actually filled and compacted the outlet side of the cooling system. It filled that hose and packed it so tight. It was letting water in, it just couldn't get any water out. Motor was getting hot.
Okay.
Found that, thought I had it all fixed, put it on the water, and within a minute or so, my son's like, I don't think it's running right. So I hopped on it. I'm like, yeah, well, it's definitely not banging on all 3. And I brought it in, and
Okay.
super low compression on one of the cylinders. So
So might have scored a piston. You don't know
Yeah,
yet? Okay.
that's the 2-stroke. So awesome
Yeah.
side of that is I just get to pull ahead and pull a jug, slap a piston, a jug in the head, and away we go. But yeah, he and I, we work on whatever he gets his hands on. We'll just say that.
Sure.
Or whatever I get my hands on when he's with me. He's
Yep.
pretty good at convincing me on what I should be buying. So
Right
I
on.
buy a lot of stuff.
No rotaries in the family yet or anything like
No
that?
rotaries in the family. You know, I can't wrap my head around that. I mean, it's cool, but
I know. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it works. They sound awesome.
They
and they
sound
build some
super
power.
cool.
So
Yeah.
I mean, to each their own. I do like them. They're pretty cool. So.
Are you a turbo guy, supercharger guy at all, or is everything you own naturally aspirated?
Yeah, minus no. Technically, no. The Duramax factory.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I also have a 1948 Ford F4, which is, so think of it as your F1 pickup, like your standard pickup in 1948. This would be the semi truck of that year. Best way to explain it is it would be like a grain truck.
Yeah, like is it a cab over?
Nope, it's not a cab over.
Okay.
So it uses the cab of the F1s, and the front clip looks pretty much the same. But from what I've learned in research is the fenders might be a little bit wider, and then there might be some height change in there. But so I got that. This truck is it's a flatbed, very, very short wheelbase. If you guys know who or what. You guys know Stubby Bob? You remember that
Yeah,
truck?
oh yeah,
Okay.
from Roadkill.
Kind of looks like Stubby Bob, so it is quite short like that. It had a flathead in it, which I took out. And being at work or down in Tennessee doing the TV thing, when we took vehicles apart, stock drivetrains and stuff, they were laying around everywhere. I mean, with massive warehouse, but we had parts laying around everywhere. So I bought a 6.2 Detroit diesel out of an ex-military truck that was laying there. Shoved that into, we call it Clifford because it's red. Put that into Clifford, and then
I love it. Send us some pictures of that.
Oh,
I
I
wanna see it. Okay.
totally will.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, eBay Turbo is calling my name. So I didn't know a lot about turbos at the time. I just picked one. And like, no joke, this turbo's like this big. It's a baby. Spools up instantly.
Yeah.
Shove that on there, figured out how to route my exhaust in a real odd way, put a hater stack on it, shoved it right through the hood. That truck's like, I guess you could say that truck is done. I don't ever drive it because it's got semi wheels on it. It's got 22.5s. I think they're 11R 22.5s. So it's got big tires on it. All my research shows me it's got like 513s in the rear. So it's got this massive gear in it.
Yeah.
And I've got this old 6.2 that makes probably 100 horsepower.
Yeah. They were
setup
not known
in it.
for.
No,
Okay.
and it makes all the noise in the world. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Truck barely drives.
What transmission does it?
700 R4.
Okay,
That I got
all right.
from work. I think for like $50. It's actually got a transfer case stuck behind it because we only had a 4-wheel drive one at the time.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, you could use like a 2-wheel drive one as well. So, and it worked out great because actually, by the time I put engine into its place, transmission and transfer case hooked up, I could use a 1-piece drive shaft. I got away from using a 2-piece with a hanger bearing.
Yeah.
And then even cooler part about all that story is a drive shaft from like a mid to late 2000s Chevy Express van 3500 standard wheelbase. That drive shaft went right into that truck.
Whoa.
And the U-joint, everything worked.
How did you figure that out?
I had one.
You just
And I was like, I'll slide
whoa.
it in and see how close it is. Kaploop. I'm like, can you imagine that? Think of dry shaft tolerances, an engagement into an output shaft.
Yeah.
This thing went right in and I backed it up. The U-joint in the back matched everything on the rear end and I bolted it in.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So awesome.
Man.
Yeah, so
That's true trial and error, and just using what you got.
that was I'm a big fan of using what you got. That's the rat rod life too, though. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, just I had so much stuff laying around. I still have so much stuff laying around. But
There's gonna be some cool stuff that comes out of your shop. I can tell.
God, I hope so. If I can get them done. Big difference for running your own business now. It's trying to. The hardest part in the world is when you're working on somebody's project and my Nova is sitting 2 bays down. It's like, you know, I could just bust off of this for a little bit and work on the Nova.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hardest thing not to do, but.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, getting a lot of stuff done, having some fun, glad I'm back home, just having a good time with
I'm glad to have you back, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and we're so close, so
Yeah.
we gotta make sure we stay in contact, and you know, it's car show season 2, so
Yeah.
because there's a pretty big one going on right now.
There is. Yeah. Speaking of which, we should probably get up to that. Back to the 50s is happening like as
Right
we
now,
speak.
literally
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we're done here, we're
Bailing.
bailing up to
Yeah.
to St. Paul, and we're gonna get some show coverage.
Yeah,
So,
I was there yesterday. Man, there were cars everywhere, just like I remembered. It's been 7 years. This might be 8 years. I bet it was 8 years since my last one. So it's exactly like I remember it. A lot of shiny stuff, but a lot of you know, kind of drivers too, stuff
Yeah.
like that, which I like seeing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I like seeing the kids there too as well. So
Yeah. That's right.
yeah.
Amen.
Uh,
Is there anything we missed? Did we forget anything?
No, we talked about my gray hair, so we got that out of the way. Yeah, no, we talked about me running out of diesel, so we got that out of the way.
Hey, it's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I've been really blessed and really thankful, and was really thankful that you reached out. I was pretty pumped to come down and do this.
Good.
That ironically, so I've done all the TV stuff, never done a podcast.
This is your first podcast?
This is my first podcast and the first time I'm on this side of it. Like usually I'm like sitting over there talking to clients or customers or whoever brought a vehicle in, you know.
Man.
Very odd to be on this side. But I can already tell like I'm just like, you know, I'm just talking. So
You're the perfect guest to have because it makes my job easy.
Yeah.
I can just give you one little, you know, something, and then you chase it and off you go.
Yeah,
And I love it,
yeah.
man. That's so much fun.
get used to my producer sitting behind the table going. Come on. So
Yeah, we got
kind of nice to ramble.
Yeah.
It is kind of nice to ramble.
Good. Well, this has been an absolute blast. Thanks for bringing your truck down.
Yeah.
Thanks for running out of diesel. Thanks for. Oh, okay. Yeah. No.
Thanks for saving me. Make me feel like.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We
All good.
we love having you down here, man. And
I'll come back. Just
Good.
let me know.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring the Nova.
all right,
Bring
all
Clifford.
right.
Like, yeah.
I got to do Clifford, so I got to re-chassis Clifford. That's good. That's a must. Kick myself in the butt too, because going up to back to the 50s yesterday, and I'm like, I've toyed with re-chassising him for since I've been home.
Okay.
So I got to do it now. Just getting up there and seeing that old Iron Man.
Yeah.
Got to get that one done.
Get all kinds of inspiration and ideas. It's like,
Inspiration's a good way to put
yeah,
it.
you look at it and say, I would do a couple things different, but I really like what you did here. That's cool.
Yeah. You guys need to go get some inspiration. So.
All right. Yeah. We should wrap this up so we can get
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Say, Jeremy, stop talking. Jeremy, stop talking.
No.
Yeah, there it is. There's
There it
the
is.
cut
Okay.
sign. Cut. That's enough.
We got to go to commercial break now. Yeah.
Cool, brother.
Yeah. Thanks so much, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we love having you. You guys, if you're interested in being part of our Patreon community, we would love to have you there. And it's peaceandgreasecollective.com. Did I say that right?
Okay.
Awesome. I got it right this time. And we would love to just interact with you guys more there on Patreon. We got some exclusive content that you'll only see over there. And we also want to give a shout out to WireCare, because you guys have taken really good care of us. We're able to do this because of sponsors like WireCare. And so if you guys are in need of wiring for your project, could be something small, could be something huge, but WireCare has you taken care of. They got the tools, they got the connectors, splice kits, zip ties, heat shrink tubing, all the stuff that you would need for wiring your project. wirecare.com. So you guys, thanks again for coming on this for watching this podcast. Thank you for coming on it. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the next episode. Peace and grease.